Both of you guys have had teams that have been resilient over the course of the year, whether it's winning a ton of close games or all of the things that you guys have been through in resilience in the Rose Bowl. Jim, what does it mean to you to say that a team is resilient? What defines that?
Something that just, you do you, you know, you play as hard as you can, as fast as you can, as long as you can, you don't worry. You know, you want to get better at something, you work a little harder at it, and whatever you do, don't get a big head. That's a trap. That's a deep, dark, lonely trap. But, you know, when doing you is somebody that really wants to get good at football, you're passionate about it, you love it, and you're a part of a team. You know, we like to think of that as a Michigan man. Yeah, have at it. And couldn't be more proud of our guys to be in the position they're in. Congratulations to Kalen and Washington. I mean, two teams that have taken on all comers and are still standing, now about to have at it, about as good as it gets.
What does a resilient team mean to you, Kalen?
Well, I think the traits of our team and how we've become resilient, you know, a care and love for each other, wanting to do something special, putting in the work that supports the goals that they have. And I think just, you know, great preparation leading to, you know, moments where you're just going to leave it out there and not have any regrets on anything that you can control. And so I think those are some of the traits that have led to us being a resilient team. And certainly, again, you got two teams right here that have been through the ringer of our own conferences and the playoff. And, you know, Coach Harbaugh's team, you know, done a great job, you know, meeting every test that's come their way as well.
Both of you have won at such a high level. When did you first meet Jim? When's the first time you met Jim? Do you remember?
This might be it. In person.
Yeah, we've talked on the phone before.
We've talked on the phone a few times, but
what are those phone conversations like?
I think those are for us and only us. But just you know, I think what I'll say is this. I was sharing with him earlier. You know, I've watched a lot of ball of Coach Harbaugh's teams over the years. You know, NFL, college, it doesn't matter. And there's I think concepts we've probably stolen from him. Maybe a few he's stolen from us. But just so much respect for what his teams look like. They're different each and every year, but they're still these qualities of physicality, execution, toughness. And, you know, I think a lot of my path, you know, you're always taking things from the people that do it at the highest level and, you know, studying those teams. And I've certainly done that with a lot of coaches' teams over the years.
Yeah, likewise, and thank you, and right back at you, really. I mean, there's somebody I respect, you know, at the highest level. You know, watched his career, Eastern Michigan, the MAC, the Big Ten, you know, then head coaching opportunity, Fresno, you know, immediate success, but and you know, winning with toughness, physicality, tremendous scheme and coaching. You can see the teams connected, and has done that at Washington. I mean, in a very short time, take a team, you know, right to the very top. You know, it's been, you know, it's been impressive. And you talk about resilient. Yeah, resilient's nice. Yeah, you'd like to be the resilient guy, but I mean, you'd rather be the relentless guy. And you know, that's what I've seen from Kalen and his teams. You know, what we want to be. I mean, it's like the guy in the movies, you know, kind of like Bruce Willis in Die Hard. You know, he's resilient, you know, but like we want to be the Terminator, you know, the guy that you just can't be stopped. Is, you know, eventually he's going to win. You know, it's just a matter of time before, you know, he kills you. We want to be the relentless one. So, and I know Kalen does as well, and they've been that. You know, they've been that. But.
And both of you, when it looked like you might be killed, figuratively speaking, fourth down conversion against Alabama, fourth down conversion there, withstanding a goal line play against Alabama, withstanding a goal line play against Texas. Yeah. If you're being relentless and you're being aggressive, how do you describe the mindset of being willing to throw the dice on fourth down, it's Washington State or Alabama or whatever, and say we might win or lose the game right here?
Yeah, I think you just take in and you understand your team as a head coach, and you've worked all year long talking through these situations, being intentional on the moments that you've had and the moments you anticipate hopefully having. And if you try to make it too much, you can get easily overwhelmed by the moment that you're in. And if you just try to really dial it in and make it simple and focus in on just your job and trusting the guy next to you, now the pressure's on the opponent. Now the pressure's on them to really make that play, and just go out and execute. And our guys, I think, I have a great trust in them. I know they have a great trust in each other and our coaching staff, and that's why you get a lot of the success, I think, in those big moments by both of our football teams. Yeah,
the word trust. I mean, that's the real active one there, and that's one that that's not just a resolution or a sign that's up on the wall. I mean, that's repetition. That's like we've been in that moment's group of players that you have to hold them back. You never have to talk them into anything. And when you're around that on a daily basis and watching the things that they've overcome in situations in training, situations in practice, injury, in games, and know that someone in their life really has their back. They're someone in their family, but also a teammate or teammates. And when it's unanimous support for each other, that's when and you just trust. And when I get to game day, I can't wait. I just can't wait to watch our guys compete.
I was talking on that subject. I was talking to, and by the way, both you guys have unbelievable men on your team. I was talking to Zion Tupuola-Fatua yesterday about this stage and about the moment. And he said that it almost felt like he was living outside himself a little bit. And he said, but it felt that way when we drove up to the Superdome. He said, I was like, wow. He said, then I walked in and it was just a football game.
Yeah.
How do you get your players there? Because, I mean, this is a big deal for you guys to win a championship. Hasn't happened in a long time. Hasn't happened in a long time for Washington. How do you get your guys there, Kalen?
Yeah, I mean, I love hearing that. As complex as it may feel and how big the moment is and how for a lot of these guys, this was their goals and dreams is to be in something like this. Just really simplifying it down, and a guy like Zion who's been through a lot, personally, and just made those sacrifices to his teammates, and feels the love for him to be able to really, compartmentalize all these things that he goes through along with everyone, because we all have our journey. We all have our journey, whether it's this season or whether it's our careers. And just make it about playing football, because I think experienced that many years back is you can get all tied up and what the game's going to be like and what's going to happen. And when that kickoff happens, you're back into player mode, you're back into coach mode, and here we go. And you've prepared for this, and you're just kind of back to what you're comfortable doing.
You guys have taken different paths here. Both of you have been wildly successful. Most of the people outside of Washington, maybe the hardcore football fans, are getting to know you. You we've known since you were the quarterback in Michigan in the 80s. But when you watch his path and you knowing your dad's path too, what impresses you about what he's done to get Washington here?
Yeah, well, when you see his path, I mean, it's tried, it's tested. I mean, you got to do you got to do the jobs, and then you've done them. No job too big, no job too small. Whatever it was, anything and everything he could do to help his football team be successful, no matter what that was, he was willing to do it, and did a tremendous job at every step as a position coach, as a coordinator, as a head coach. And I think there's no question that he has this understanding of what each of them goes through, what a player goes through, what an assistant goes through, and you can tell he's a selfish guy. It's not about him; it's about his team, and that shows up on the proof is in the product. It's in the, how the players conduct themselves on the field, off the field, and how connected their team is. So, yeah, it's not a mystery of how he's done it. He's earned it.
It's obvious only one of you gets a trophy tomorrow night. At the end of that, regardless of outcome, how will the outcome of the game impact the way you feel about what has been accomplished or what will be accomplished this season, and how you'll feel about this team?
Yeah, I think obviously that's the goal, you know, and that's everything that we've been working for. But I think either way, this is a journey, you know, and this is a big piece of our guys' lives that they can never have taken away from them. These memories, these relationships, the lessons that they've learned over the course of this season, and for many guys on our team, we have 9 of them that have been here for 6 years. You know, everything is a lesson, and them pouring into this and realizing that if you just stay the course, keep the faith, great things can happen. You know, it's the last time that this team, as a team of the 2023 Huskies, will ever be together, and you know that's the sad part of it. No matter win or lose, you know, and so the exciting piece is though that we'll forever be bonded. There'll be reunions, there'll be those gatherings, and these relationships go super deep, and you know we have that, you know, forever.
Yeah, there's so many life lessons and learnable moments. The same thing you know, I tell my kids at home, I don't treat them any different than the kids on the team, and I don't treat the kids on the team any different than the kids at home. I mean, winning, that's important. I mean, you are learning something that is very important. You might become a doctor. Yeah, it's really important if you're going into surgery, you know, that you're successful and you win. You're a lawyer, you know, defending somebody that's on, you know, trial for their life. You know, it's important to win. There's an importance to game day. There's an importance to winning, but it's not everything. Giving it your very best is, you know, make sure you give it your very best. That way you'll feel good about whatever you accomplish, and no matter what, the joy of competing and competition and being able to, you know, lay it on the line. And I don't worry once the ball is kicked off how our guys will respond. I don't, you know, worry about the way the Washington is going to respond. I know they're gonna have at it. It's gonna be one heck of a game. It's the hours, the minutes, you know, the days, the interviews leading up to it that you know you try to manage the best you can. But you know, once you're playing, I mean, now you're playing, and that is joy, and you don't have to think about anything else except run as fast as you can, trying to score a touchdown, and I can promise you, there is no feeling like it.